Hello, greetings. Thank you for joining us tonight's broadcast brought to you by Fifth Dimension. If you want to start religion, just give me a call. Doesn't seem to be that hard to do that here on this world. Yeah, if nobody believes you, just tell them they're going to hell and everything, all systems go. It's that simple. You don't have to put a lot of effort into it. Shit. It's work for the Catholic Church, it should work for everybody. So, share the wealth. Basically, a demonic, I want to call it a demonic cathedral, because pretty much that's what it is. At least it's a main, I don't know what's going to happen with humanity in there. Basically, when humanity eventually wakes up to its abilities, God knows when that'll be. They use it all the time, but they don't believe they exist. So, yeah, it's all in the belief system. When it starts believing in itself, that does have ability for psychic power, intuition that it uses all the time, but it says it doesn't. Something wrong with the mind, as you can see. When it starts realizing what it's doing, something else coming in. You don't want to know what it is. I just lost my train of thought, so alright, screw it. Jeez. Alright, doesn't matter. So, Anunnaki religion, and I already forgot the title of this. A life in the Archon grid. Oh, that's right. There's different ways. I'm not sure how much. I'm not here. I'm in astral right now, so this is like part of me, or a little bit of me. So that should be interesting. We'll see where we get from there. So I don't feel like I'm fully here. It's been for a while now, ever since Thursday. Yeah, the whole cathedral thing. I thought I was coming back to myself, but it doesn't seem like that's the case right now. So it happened right before all that whole thing happened, and it's been kind of, I don't know, I guess we're playing on the next, whatever the hell it's going to be, so I'm not going to get involved with that too much, but yeah, with the Archon energy, basically, obviously, for those that aren't aware, at least there's different interpretations of basically the Archon grid around the Earth. It's like a neutral grid, isn't bad, not good, it's whatever it is, and being manipulated. Of course, the Archons kind of take those manipulations, like, you know, you can tweak that a little bit and make it worse if you want. So they kind of improve on other energies. So you have felines, you have reptilians, and there's also other alien beings that are not making themselves known here. So the alien beings that are making themselves known are part of the main manipulation here. It's not feline. It's not reptilian, it's not Anunnaki, it's not Archon, it's not your typical, it's not Syrian, it's not either way, it's an unknown species. There's two of them. It's not the Sentinels. Why am I talking about all that? So, we are going into a galactic phase. It's going to come in spurts, basically. As we shift out of third dimension into fourth, alien beings will come and go, energy-wise, and eventually the physical being energy will start to get stronger with us. I'm not sure when, but we're on that path for it. Let's put it that way. And the rest of humanity in all their glory. It's like, I mean, if you say something bad, you know, everybody, yeah, what is it? You're a sinner when you're born. I mean, I grew up with all this stuff. I was carried into church kicking and screaming. I tried to skip church. That didn't always work out too well. It's like, I'll just go sit outside while you guys are done being brainwashed. So yeah, I lived in the extreme of it. Basically being told I was going to hell when you're a kid. When you're a freaking kid. So I know this stuff well. Yeah, great religion you got here. So when most of humanity thinks like that, I mean, doesn't believe in their own abilities, doesn't believe in magic, but yet magic is done to them on a daily basis. And when you start figuring all that out, you start opening yourself up. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff here, but at least you're out of the bag instead of in the mind control washing machine. So yeah, as for why that fire started, I mean, it's, by the way, it had to happen. Let's put it this way. Anyway, yeah, religion is backwards. It's the mind going backwards. So putting it forward is easier said than done. It's like, what's wrong with these people? This is worldwide. It's like you put all your faith in mind control, basically. Very good. Yeah. Anything else you got out there? So, connect to the God within, and connect to your own universe, your own astral realities, and there are no restrictions. You can do whatever you want. At least energy-wise, believe whatever you want, and have an open mind instead of a closed mind. As you know, religion is just another closed-minded nightmare. That was it. The other thing is that we're kind of like in a washing machine here, technically. I mean, I think I mentioned this yesterday, but I can't remember anything. That we have like over 1,000 beings that are manipulating the hell out of us to some degree, and maybe not all at once, but holding our world hostage. And we're warning through their energies. We're getting ready to understand the universe. And what I got is, now it's kind of complicated, sort of, even, it's like, when we realize the beings that are here, that are causing us difficulties, it's all for our own good, so we can handle the universe and how it operates. And it's like, like you have like an abusive parent, for that matter, and then you find out that it's not just the beings that you're here, the popular ones, reptilian or feline, or you can say it's reptilian and feline, for example. Well, either way, you realize it's them, but there's also galactic energies, like a command center that does those same things of abuse. I mean, it take that small abuse you grew up with, whatever, I'm just going to do it in generalization, and like a whole society that goes through that abuse all the time. So you understand it. How to deal with it, how to heal it, how whatever, you take these, all, because we get hit by all this stuff all the time. I know it sounds weird, but when you're out in the universe, it makes sense. When you're here, planet no man's land, planet black hole, we're not aware of anything, but we go through all this stuff for a reason. And it's not just to improve us. There are other things going on in the universe where these things are happening too, just at a smaller scale, maybe a bigger scale to a certain degree. I mean, we have everybody's crap here, basically. So when we go out into the universe and say, oh, I've been through that, or I know who went through that, you just see different stuff. I know it sounds weird, but as we upgrade more galactically, we just see these things a lot differently. And these tests are just basically to improve it. So this is kind of, this world is technically like, United States, but I guess you can say the world itself. It's kind of like Sparta, like that, like in ancient Greece, everybody's taught to be a warrior. We're technically going through that, I would say worldwide, to a degree. This is like a warrior planet, right? I mean, you have a lot of people that have weapons. A lot of people that don't want anything to do with that anymore. So it shows we are going to a healing direction. And of course, you have many that are part of a Congo, a religion that is basically to take the soul and ride it backwards, and doing an excellent job. I mean, when you tell people this, that your whole thinking is like backwards religion, how many people are going to take that well? It's like, first off, do you want to admit that you're, I don't know, call it wrong, but you can do better. I don't know, do whatever you want, but I won't call it wrong, but it's a soul journey that you can exit. Let's put it that way. Or change your direction of thinking and not be so, call it shallow of thinking. Call it that, but it can get pretty brutal, especially go to the Muslim religions. And you say anything bad and you say goodbye to your life. So yeah, there's a lot of room for improvement. and it's unfortunate we're in this way, but there's a lot of beings here obviously are causing that difficulty too to put the, it's all belief systems. It all comes down to belief systems. Change your belief system and you got yourself a new planet. Good luck on that on most of the reality. You're terrified of new thinking. It's like, gee, the mind is just it can be heaven or it can be hell. And religion is hell to a certain degree. It does have positives. It's positives to everything. So anyway, but yeah, with the Archon grid, obviously there's a lot of beings that are mashed into it to do their own thing. Obviously the Archons are helping and not always helping. They work on both sides. You know, they can suppress your society or open it up. Of course, those who are suppressing it really don't want to end their suppression. Like that church, Notre Dame, when they rebuild it, it won't be the same. The energies are, it's not the demonic energy it was. I'm going to say that anyway because it's true. The demonic energies are not as powerful as they used to be. So it shows progress is in the works. So that's the world that, yeah, I gotta look on that. It's like just, oh well, the lost planet. It's like when you get over your fears and go over all that nonsense, it can be a pleasant place, and it is alright to a degree, but you can share the love without all the fear. So, oh well, it's a test. We got an idea of the being, because when we start healing all this, we see the alien beings here easier. But so many people are terrified of their own selves, you know, thanks to, you know, priests and all that. You know, when they get over all that, seeing alien beings won't be a big deal at all. It's like if you see a very advanced alien being just land and just say, hey, how's it going? Instead of being scared and grab your shotgun or something, you want to learn from it. And how can we get to that degree? How can we get to that? Of course, society right now is very... It's going to be interesting. Ouch. It's a lot of pain. Well, a lot of it comes from Atlantean knowledge of, well, I'm getting arrogance. Hard-headed arrogance. Not everybody, but you know, it's pretty heavy here. So they took that arrogance and spread it everywhere. It's like, now you have a whole world of, like, this is what the truth is, and that's all it's going to be. And now you have a suppressed planet. So, yeah, this reality obviously is created through the mind. When the mind opens, the reality opens. The world opens. Because we're living, a lot of us don't want to be a part of this reality. To it, I mean, obviously we're here, but it's because the majority accept it. And that's why it's here. So you're actually kind of living somebody else's reality. You know, imagine it's like, how does he feel? It's like you feel like this world can be a lot different, a lot better, a lot of this, a lot of that. I mean, obviously there'll be learning there, but things can be improved in a lot of areas. So you're technically living somebody else's reality. So that's the majority. And that's like, what the fuck? But it's true. I mean, like you go in a company for work, you're living that company's reality that they created, right? Look at what was it? Politics. You live in their reality, and we're living other people's realities. Now, if you have the power, you create that reality. So, in the majority, obviously, those that are in power keep the reality where they change things technology-wise and all that. They sort of keep everything the same for the most part, right? Things that want to change, they end up dying because nobody wants to change. The electric car came back. I'm not sure if that's for better or for worse, but those are in power, obviously, control our reality. But once again, the mass human race is connected to that. So when they change, the majority changes, everything starts to change. Who knows when the hell that's going to happen? So, yeah, I don't think you want to wait for that bus for how long that's going to be. You wait a long time. Let me check my, make sure my, okay. So, I just want to make sure my audio is working. If you don't get emails saying audio is not working, you gotta figure something out. So that's right. I'm on another streaming thing too. I don't know if it went through or not. All right, I'm on D Live now. Not that matters. I don't know if anybody's on there. Probably nobody's gonna look at anything I'm gonna do because that's usually the way it is. A little bit too weird for some people. I completely understand that. Alright, for those new to all this, liveandtalk.com, we have private sessions throughout the week. Yeah, scheduler. Go hang out Zoom and channeling by phone. We have I'm on Sunday still for some people. For most, yeah, I think I'm still on Sunday. I gotta get up early tonight, so I gotta get up early in the morning again. So I have to kind of get this going. I have same situation here. I have other channelers and viewers I do recommend. You have Social Network and Insanity. Yeah, my the site that those that have the webinar, like the website I use for all that processing, they charge everybody early. They're supposed to. I think it was a manipulation there. I think they're fixing it now. Just gotta love it. And to add to that, I'm going to do a mentorship. It's not going to be like a webinar, but it will be, I would say a half an hour, 30, somebody how much energy I got, half an hour to an hour. Probably going to do it on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern time. I'll put something out there. I gotta get up, so I can't do anything on it. Yeah, I'll do an announcement. I'll be on May 1st. I was going to do it next week, but yeah, right. So it'll be a mentorship, basically. Anybody that signs up can be invited to like a webinar, but it's gonna be a private webinar. I don't know if I'm gonna make it public or not because I don't know what's gonna come of this. I want to be fair to people that are there, so I don't know. I'm still debating on it. So I keep it private, and those that are there can distribute the videos. I don't know. We'll see. So we'll do like a stream of a recording of it for about 30 minutes to an hour. We'll see how things go. Basically, we'll just go through everybody, go through what they want to figure out, what they want to learn, and it's a community thing too. So people there can talk to each other after I'm out of there or during, but usually it's easier when I'm out of there. And you can always reconnect and test out your abilities and take yourself to the next level. So it's going to be pricing at, I think, $7.99. It's $1 more than that Disney Plus thing. I think it's $7.99. So I don't know how this is going to go. $7.99, about a half an hour a week, something like that. I don't want to kill myself. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes. So that's another way for community. You can get your abilities out there, and ideas to take your abilities to the next level. Basically, it's just testing your abilities with others, and it's kind of like a channeling class, basically. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. It should be interesting. Yeah, making it public or not, I'm kind of up and down on. I'm not sure. So we'll see. Okay. As for what's next, let's see. Now I'm mostly in astral recently, so let's see if Anunnaki beings. I was thinking I was going to connect to reptilians too. See what we got from them. So, all right, one moment. Blessings. Here we go. Greetings. We are Anunnaki. Yes, you do not understand our society as much as you'd like to. We are, yes, a real society that is part of soul development. Yours is going through a soul development in a slow way, but a way where basically you take the same problem and live it over and over again until you master it. Now that is a stubborn way of going about, but many are having difficulties learning in this environment, as you can see. This isn't the way we would do it on our world, but for you it seems necessary. Many of you are going to go into the far regions of the universe that have not been visited. Even some of those alien beings are kind of questioning those connections. Obviously, the universe goes on and on to unknown regions, basically. So, what does that do for you now? Well, many of you, when you leave this world, because you're getting information from beings that you don't understand. Those beings you not understand, that go unnamed, are in the far regions of your universe. Not other universes, yours. So you're receiving information, and when you go into death and go into astral, reincarnate again, many of you go visit those beings. And even become them. However you go about it. So to better understand those beings is to come to a place of welcome, and this world's one of them. Now technically you can incarnate with them without a problem, but then again being part of their race is not easy. So incarnating into this planet, you give understanding of their hardships or what they go through. Now what kind of beings are these? They're not humanoid, let's put it that way. They are technically creators to a certain degree. They have their ways that are mysterious even to us alien beings, where it's so you incarnate on this planet to incarnate with rare alien beings that are very advanced but not easy to be around, let's put it that way. They make your carrions look like kittens. And your carrions are aware and are careful, because these beings can't wipe out an alien race altogether. Not to say they want to, but when threatened they do cause difficulty. They bite back. So there is a peace treaty at hand. So for you, what does this do for you? You are warning, yes, the ways of many alien species here. They are not fully understanding, because you're not necessarily supposed to. Because a lot of alien beings don't understand what they're going through when they're in these species too. So you're living the same world they are in a lot of ways. They are not, yes, we don't have McDonald's and things like sort of this, but it's to create something convoluted like a McDonald's to put it on a world to confuse species. Yes, this is food if it does make you maybe feel nice for a while, but it hurts, it disforms you slightly. As you can see, that's part of your culture. Your religions, yes, is another way for you to are brought here to help you learn from these different lessons from other alien beings. Kind of like to set you down, keep you on this planet. Could you imagine if you're a part of a species that wants to go out of this planet all the time? It's hard to learn the lessons of your world when you always want to go out to space. When you tell there's nothing out there and you're all by yourselves, you stay here and learn from this world. Of course, a few of you will want to wonder what is out there. But for the majority mass, are going to just look within and just deal with it. There are no aliens, and we're just going to sit here and, yes, defecate on each other. But the times are changing. So when your religion slowly lift off, you will start to look outside of your planet. And will question your reality beyond your ancestors' questions. Because realize the heresy is to not question, actually. To constantly question is really the way to live, as many of you are questioning your reality through certain events on your planet that make no sense. You are understanding the mysteries. There's always going to be mysteries in your universe. But many of you are going to be those mysteries in your existence. Meaning causing them. Like, why do you cause these things to happen? A lot of times, there is an alien presence there. They have their reasons that maybe not make any sense to you, but for them it did. And your world is going to get a wake-up call. over time. Let's see. I was gonna go a bit further than that, but I'm not sure if I can top that. Well, that's what they're saying. Trying to connect to somebody, it's not going so well. Greetings, we are the Syrians. Yes, you are a different type of energy than most aliens are used to. Yes, this is a laboratory for new ideas. For us, for many species. And yes, many of you are taking directions that might not make any sense. Many are, yes, old age on your planet is very fascinating. As many beings on your world give up at old age. Mentally, physically, some get lazy. It is a personal choice, what is fascinating to many alien beings. Because many alien beings want to constantly flow, constantly move, constantly share their energies and talents with others. And many beings on your world have gone to the lazy direction, which there actually are quite a few alien beings that would actually do that. They would retract. But remember, retracting, it shows to some of you, is this the way I want to live my life when I get old? Maybe not. So many advanced beings do get lazy on your planet and show you what not to do. Well, they give you your choice, let's put it that way. Some beings on your world that are very old in age, so looks age in the physical, choose to make a fool out of themselves to teach many of you young ones what not to do. So many old people do it on purpose. To teach others to just, do you really want to look like a hoarding nightmare like me? And then, of course, there is some inspiration there. Especially when it comes to comedy and one-liners. But many of you, yes, your elderly are usually, actually, not always, but usually are younger souls. The old souls usually leave at an early stage. It's like, I've done everything. I've been in this world so many times. I can't take it anymore. But not always. Some souls, yes, do life extension for certain reasons. They do change their timelines if they feel like. Usually it's in a spiritual manner. They have different reasons. As for many are holding on, especially in the spiritual development you're going in now. Similar to like a Moses that would live for a long time. For various reasons. And yes, the spirit world will assist that. And your world will, yes, advance its age over time. Only if it has meaning to it. There are others that are showing as a capability of it, but many are going to basically going back into the 800, 900 years old situation when the time is right. As if the spiritual energies start to flow more clearly, and lives become more enjoyable instead of conditioned lives. So the elderly energies on your planet are basically like a stop. It's like you have this time frame on this world, make it because it does take a lot of souls too that are very lazy. Kind of like do something with your life. You got this span of time, and it does work to a certain extent. Well, once again, many old souls incarnate. When they're an old person, show others like, look at me, I'm just wasting my time. Do you want to be like this? So it's a teaching for the younger ones, for the most likely. Not all, not always. But yes, as you pass into the new generation energies, you're going to open up more of your earth. Your religions are losing power, they're losing steam. They're not as powerful as they used to be. It is time for a change. A change unlike you've ever experienced. Realize us alien beings, this we only truly come through for massive change when we feel like it's necessary. We do bring in our energies for channeling, but you'd be surprised how little we're bringing in, as many of you realize. The idea is to have our vibration here, but not really to change your timelines too much. We're adding our contribution, but enough where it brings a positive change. Of course, many of us are connected to your timelines. In some cases, yes, there will be a major shift for that. Life change. It all depends on the contracts you make with us. But worldwide, our alien energies are actually still very short for many reasons. Spiritual energies have a little bit more than we do, what we are allowed to contribute when the time is right. Timing is everything. Now, when your race becomes more aware of you are not alone, our vibrations will definitely become more part of your society. So right now, yes, energies are going to be short and minute for now. It's like sometimes too much of a good thing can be wasted. So we take, we bring in as much as we need to for that time. For various reasons. Everyone has their reasons. It's like we're giving you just enough. It's like that wasn't enough information for me. So that's also inspiring many of you to open yourselves up more. That's the agenda. Blessings to you all. Everyone. Catch you tomorrow.